Number 129 in the Radiance range is Through and Through from 1973, a Polish film that is very experimental with what it's doing. The way it tells its tale, the use of editing, of sound, the images that it shows, the kind of fractured and almost broken narrative throughout it is something very different. There was something you'll either warm to or find it off-putting. I thought it was terrific, really kept me on my toes, and because the film is a quick runtime, just under 75 minutes, it really zips along. Now, it tells the story of 1930s Krakow, and you have Jan and Maria, two people that just form a connection, and we follow through some major events in their life. You see them quickly falling for each other, you see them getting married, and you see them brutally murdering an old couple. And the court case that follows. It's a young couple beset by poverty, societal pressures, relentless humiliation in the space of Jan. In desperation, they commit a crime that spirals into a tragedy. It's inspired by a real 1933 case, and it offers no kind of easy answers. It's visceral, it's emotionally raw, and it's unflinchingly honest. And I love this aspect of it. It doesn't spoon-feed you the story or the narrative. It gives you moments. It highlights feelings between the characters. It works on the emotional core rather than the narrative nature of the story. It drowns out sounds. It gives you moments out of context and time. It shows you ramifications to these people that just offer more insight into it.
Ja zabijałem. Tak. No zabijałem wszystkich.
It has these distorted soundscapes, and it kind of shatters the narrative rhythms that you would get in a normal film, which I think really makes you sit back, take notice, and reevaluate what you're actually getting from the film. The existential realism, you know, it's kind of likened to Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, poverty, shame, moral disintegration, but this is more refined. You know, it feels purer. It doesn't, because it's kind of giving you that narrative, but through fragments, it's focusing more on the emotional nature of the film and the impact that the outside forces are having on this couple. There isn't a lot of dialogue. It's there in fleeting moments, and it highlights little parts where you just need a nudge to know where the story is going. Often it's completely drowned out by ambient sound or off-kilter noises that just put you in the back foot, where you are in some kind of psychological nightmarescape that's going on here, because it's like real life, but it's skewed to such a perspective that it just makes you stand back and go, what exactly is going on here? It feels like an avant-garde masterpiece of a film, defying narrative norms, which I really appreciate. It kind of more leans into brutal emotional truths and impact on people. I really like this film. I know it's not for everybody. I really do think it's wonderful, the way it's trying to do something a little bit different, where it's telling you a story which could be entirely conventional and something that you've seen before, but the way it's delivered, the medium of where it's shown, is much more imaginative, creative, and nuanced, that it delivers a greater emotional impact than just seeing the story as its narrative core. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are on the disc for Through and Through. Let's go to the special features. First up, we have Michael Olowczyk. In this new interview, scholar and critic Michał Olowczyk discusses Through and Through, its reception in Poland, the director Grzegorz Królikiewicz, filmed exclusively for Radiance in Warsaw, April 2025. It runs for 37 minutes, 49 seconds. What I love most about this is just the sheer passion for this film that clearly comes from Mikhail, as he just goes on about how amazing this film was, how he feels it's one of Poland's best films, how he was almost forgotten, right, for rediscovery, particularly in the world market, and he goes on to discuss various aspects of the film. Next, we have Grzegorz Królikiewicz's short films. The early short films demonstrate the same bold style as seen it through and through, using a mix of documentary realism and Baroque visuals. They explore psychological states, social marginality, and cinema itself, and you can see those traits coming through all of these films. First up, there is Everyone Gets What They Don't Need. A young filmmaker investigates the death of a drowned professional swimmer, which runs at 11 minutes 30 seconds and is probably the most narrative-driven one of these shorts. Next, we have Brothers. Professional gymnast siblings train while one performs, the other spots him. 6 minutes 53, and it's just using visuals and sound to kind of tell this little moment in time. Finally, Don't Cry. New army conscripts have their last moments of freedom before setting off to their military units. And this is 9 minutes 51 seconds. And again, it's all about the noise, the feeling, the kind of emotion is driven from these moments. Very emotive pieces and wonderful use of sight and sound. Also included in this set is a 20-page booklet that has one essay by Ella Bittencourt, and it's all about the director, how he got his start, how this was his debut, how it's a kind of standout movie, and talking about certain aspects of the film. That's the extras for Through and Through. There we have it. Through and Through is wonderful. The new transfer is terrific. The picture quality is fantastic. You can really see all the textures and shadows, and it's all kind of preserved with the care you would expect from Radiance. But I think the star here is the audio design. It has this disorientating power to it, particularly because it's such a weird soundscape that you get. It really comes across well on the disc. I'd love to know your thoughts on Through and Through, whether you did initially kind of pass by this one, whether you re-evaluated it. If you loved it, I would love to know. If you hated it, I'd love to know why as well. Let's get a discussion going on this one, because I think it's one that's easily bypassed, but it's something a little bit special. I'd love to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.